your kind of company.
Tonight on Ctv3 News, Orange Walk records its second fatal traffic accident in less than 24 hours. The latest incident claims 3 lives. We speak to the family of the victims. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Thursday, January 11th, 2024.
Ignite the innovator in you with Dell. Cellular World is an authorized partner for Dell Technologies. Whether you're looking for equipment for personal use or to transform your business, Dell Technologies can provide you with the right equipment to suit your needs. Dell is more than just desktop computers and laptops. The full line also includes monitors, data storage solutions, keyboards, docking stations, and other accessories. This is technology that makes it possible and provides solutions for every situation. Shop for your Dell products at Cellular World, your #1 Dell authorized partner in Belize, and get all the technology you want for less. Bring your brightest ideas to life with intelligent technology. Cellular World, authorized Dell partner.
Yes, I give her 50 times ending, now me have to pay.
Where you going, bruh? The fool they stress you out again, Namule?
Boy, I don't believe I the fool again.
Again?
But I mess up this time for real, for real, for real. Wanna really want to know?
Yes.
I want here.
Can't make it a big deal.
We know
Sean,
what that.
I know how you going now.
Oh, man.
You really want to know?
Yeah?
Take my plan, and I give her. I take my plan and put it in a name.
Wait, so tell me something. You still pay for this plan?
Oh, yeah. But hear this. This plan, I can't left this plan. Smart Belize. This plan, I can't left this plan, yeah. This plan, I can't left this plan. Postmortem plan. This plan, I can't left this plan. Smart Belize, get unlimited data. Smart choice plan can light up your day. Postpaid with eSIM, make everything better. Just visit Smart showrooms today. Can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. Can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. Affordable for everyone. I can't left this plan. The postpaid plan, cause the data really strong.
You know why? Listen, for the best post and prepaid. You know that Smart got your back.
My bad. Rock commercial.
She could left me for another man. The truth, once I have my plan, once I have my Smart Plus plan, I no worry cause the data strong. I know when the bleed, that's all I need. And you could tell me where you are, but I know I left this plan. Smart have the best services. We post a plan of everything, so you could talk and text unlimited. Come set up your group, we got share plan 1 and 2. Up to 10 friends can connect anywhere. Boom! Can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. The postpaid plan, cause the data really strong. Don't dig it down, don't dig it down, don't dig it down. Smart Belize. Don't dig it down, 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 don't dig it. Smart, bringing people together.
Good evening with your news, also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. We start tonight's newscast with a devastating story. 3 are dead tonight following an RTA that was registered near the San Esteban roundabout in Orange Walk. The incident happened last night around 10 p.m. The victims are all from the Corozal district, and we spoke to their family. They were unable to say why the men traveled to Orange Walk. Reporter Elmer Cornejo has the story.
3 families are tonight mourning the untimely death of their loved ones after they were involved in a fatal road traffic accident last night. The incident happened near the San Esteban roundabout in the Orange Walk district. Nehemias Cantun was driving his taxi, and along with him were his passengers Victor Tamay, a sales clerk of San Roman Village, and Pedro from Concepcion Village, whom he met in the Corozal Free Zone for some time now and became friends. All the victims died on impact. We visited the families today and spoke first to Cantun's sister-in-law, who says that her brother-in-law received a call that Cantun was at the Orange Walk police station. But they were clueless that the truth was that he was dead following an RTA.
Pues él salió por la mañana por las 9, se subió en su taxi, lo miré. Está yendo y nada más saludó a mi hija, le dice, cuídate hija, dice, ya me voy, dice. Y le dio un abrazo a mi hija y dice, y mi hermano, dice, y dice mi hermano, le digo, ahí está, ya se va a fumigar, ya se va a su trabajo, le digo. Ahora dice, hermano, dice, ¿vas a ir conmigo? Dice, no, dice él, yo ya me voy a mi trabajo, dice, al monte, dice. Ahora, pues, pasó el día así, no sé qué les dijo a ellos, pero yo me metí, pues vamos a entrar, ya acabamos de cenar y vamos a entrar a dormir.
¿A qué hora es esto?
Pues ya iba a dar las 9, como 8:30 yo digo, más o menos, porque no miré ni mi reloj. Ahora él ya se acostó, ahora viene su hermano, que ya llegó de taxi, viene su hermano y dice, está hablando a su esposa en Nayeli, dice, ya llegó Nehemías, dice. Y ahora le digo a él, anda, velo, le digo. Y dice, Nayeli no ha venido, dice. Ahora dice, a él levantó y salió, le digo, anda, velo, le digo, no ha venido, dice. Ahora dice que cuando yo escuché, le dijeron a ellos, me dice, ya me voy, Chabela, me dice, coach, me dice, ya me voy porque mi hermano está en la estación. Nos llamaron que mi hermano está en la estación, dice. Pero ellos no fueron como intención de que nada más está encerrado. No pensaron la gran sorpresa que les iban a dar. Esta madrugada que él llegó, a las 6 de la mañana, cuando llegó está llorando. Me dice, Chabela me dice, ya murió mi hermano, me dice. Ya nos dejó, ya falleció, me dice. Y yo no lo puedo creer, le digo, estás mintiendo, le dije. De veras, me dice. Le digo, pero si dijeron que nada más estaba en la estación, le dije. Cuando llegaron, dice que el hermanito entró y le entregaron sus documentos, dice.
The sister of 19-year-old Victor Tamay says the family is in shock because Tamay was a no-problem maker and there is no answers as to what he was doing in the area where he found his death.
Estamos confundidos porque no sabemos exactamente qué él hacía en ese lugar, qué él estaba haciendo ahí, porque sabemos que él trabaja y 8:30, 8 de la noche, él ya está en la casa con mi mamá y pues esto es una noticia muy fuerte porque no sabemos exactamente y queremos justicia por mi hermanito, queremos que investiguen con el jefe donde él trabajaba. Es un hindú, pero no lo conocemos exactamente y queremos justicia. Y sabemos que Dios tiene control de todo. Dios es el único quien, Él sabe por qué razón Él se lo llevó, pero como humanos queremos justicia también, que la ley se haga responsable de todo esto que está sucediendo. Él mayormente viene de la zona para aquí, para su casa en San Román, y no sabemos que muchos están diciendo que él dio vuelta por el ferry, pero no sabemos exactamente. No sé.
¿Por qué estaban yendo a tanta velocidad? ¿Será que alguien les estaba persiguiendo?
Pues muchos dicen que como que alguien los estaba persiguiendo. No sabemos exactamente nosotros, pero
¿Dónde iba a esa hora de la noche?
pues dicen que ellos estaban viniendo por San Esteban y esa es una respuesta que no sabemos todavía nosotros qué hacían en ese lugar ellos.
We are told that all three men were friends. As per the family members, none were persons who consumed alcohol.
Pues con el taxi que llega a la hora que acabo de taxiar, como a las 6 ya están llegando acá, está oscureciendo y están acabando de taxiar. Y esa hora me voy a recordar de él, porque lo miré cuando salió también. Porque él saluda a todos cuando sale.
¿Se sabe si él estaba tomado cuando se involucró en este accidente?
Ellos no toman. Ellos ninguno, pues ni mi marido ni ellos, porque ellos asisten a la iglesia.
Él es mi hermanito. Él era un muchachito bien cariñoso. Él era respetuoso. Era un muchacho que nunca te faltaba el respeto. Y siempre jugábamos, chisteábamos cuando yo venía a verlo aquí con mi mamá. Y pues este es un dolor grande para la familia porque se nos fue. Él trabajaba ya casi un año en la zona, pero no sabemos en qué puesto realmente él trabaja, a dónde trabajaba.
The family members of Pedro Mendez declined comment. All three bodies are now awaiting a postmortem examination. Elmer Cornejo, Ctv3 News.
When cops arrived at the scene, they observed Canton with cut wounds to the left forehead, above right eyebrow, top of the head, and left elbow. Victor Martinez was seen with cut wounds to the right arm, left side of forehead, above nose, bridge, and cheek. Pedro Martinez was seen with cut wounds to the right side of head and behind the right ear. There were 4 traffic fatalities recorded here in the Orange Walk district in only a few hours. The first happened on the August Pine Ridge Road and resulted in the death of 1 individual and, of course, the tragic triple fatality on the San Esteban Road on Wednesday night. The increased number of traffic fatalities have undoubtedly raised concern among our residents who commute these thoroughfares on a daily basis. In the case of the accident on the San Esteban roundabout, there have been concerns raised for time about the lack of proper lighting in the area, which some believe may have been a contributing factor. Today, the media spoke with Chief Engineer in the Ministry of Infrastructure Development, Evandale Moody, about this incident. After receiving concerns over the past few months, Moody says there were lights installed in the area back in December. However, works are currently being conducted on the fixtures. And while there is no telling what the exact cause of the accident was, Moody says they are looking to see if speeding may have been a key factor.
From our vantage point, based on the works that we're doing both on San Esteban Road and also on the Orange Walk Tongue Bypass, as you are aware, we have recently paved the Orange Walk Tongue Bypass under the Philip Wilson Highway project, and we're also paving the San Esteban Road. That junction, we installed all the road safety signs at that intersection in December. So it has the chevron signs, it has the slow down sign as you approach the roundabout, it has a roundabout sign, it has the pedestrian ramp sign. And so from what we saw on the images that we received from our people on the ground, is that right at the approach to the roundabout where there is a pedestrian ramp, the vehicle veered off into the splitter island going left, as if though they were making a left-hand turn into San Esteban rather than going around the roundabout. So we're not sure if it's as a result of speeding or not, or any other issues that may have resulted in the accident, but we are cognizant of the fact that a number of accidents has occurred at that junction in the last month or so. And so what the ministry had asked me through the CEO was to see if we could install some lights at that roundabout. I personally does not really believe that it's a result of illumination. because that roundabout was designed and constructed in 2005. And I was also part of the team that did those works on that roundabout. And so that roundabout has been there for the last 19 years without any illumination. And it's just recently these accidents are starting to occur. What we found out on a number of the highways that we're upgrading is that we have a problem with speeding.
With many of the upgrading projects being carried out across the country, Moody says speeding has been a noted occurrence as drivers take advantage of newly paved roads without measuring possible repercussions.
From my observation, what I've noticed is that the more we upgrade the road to international standards, the faster the motorists are driving. And you're still there? Yeah, and that's what we have experienced over the years. The idea is that we want to still continue to improve the highway network. A lot of the villages that we are passing through are asking us for more pedestrian ramps, which is slowing down the speed of motorists in an effort to provide safety for pedestrians and for children near schools. But I personally believe that it's still a result of speeding, and we have drivers that are not respecting the speed limits that we have. Some of the curves that we have designed, they're designed for 65 miles per hour. You have vehicles that are exceeding those speeds going around horizontal curves. And they're taking a lot of risks in terms of their life. And so, in my opinion, I think that is an issue, and that is an issue that myself and the Ministry and SEO, we have discussed that we have to do more promotion in terms of road safety. And users of the highway has to try and abide by those road safety features that we're putting in place.
And while the Ministry of Infrastructure Development is doing its part to promote road safety, including educational campaigns and installed safety features, Moody says drivers must also do their part.
I don't believe that we have the proper legislation and fines in place for us to properly enforce that, because if we had those fines and legislation in place, definitely I think it would be a deterrent for drivers to be speeding like that. Just one example, under the Philip Boson Highway, in collaboration with the Caribbean Development Bank and UKSIF, they have enforced that. We put stringent measures in place for school safety zones. And so almost all the schools on the Philip Boson Highway, under the Philip Boson Highway project, we have put in place road safety features at all these schools to slow down the traffic, because we know the volume of students that passes through those intersections. And so we've tried to do our best to minimize accidents within those areas by providing more speed bumps, more rumble strips, more signs. And so we're hoping that that works, but I think we need to have that enforcement in place. If we don't have that in place, we could do our part from MIDH, but there's only so much we could do.
It took almost 2 weeks of intense negotiations, standoffs, and roadblocking for ASR BSI and BSCFA to finally sign a 2-year commercial agreement. The end of the sugar crisis was reached thanks to the support of Prime Minister John Briceño, who had to cancel a planned trip to Italy and return to Belize to resume his role as intermediary between the two sides. And even after all of this back and forth, the Prime Minister had to take a hard stance to bring the two parties together in one room to finally settle their differences. When questioned about the arduous process to reach an agreement, however, the Prime Minister today remained positive and even repeated Shakespeare's famous line, "All's well that ends well."
Monday morning, I thought that it was going well, so I went to work in Babapan. I was called by Minister Musa. I said, it's best you come here. I went there and I said, bring the two groups to sit around this table, and we're not leaving until we have an agreement. And it did not take much work, because we were so close. And here we are. We had an agreement. We signed the agreement, and as what Shakespeare said, all's well that ends well. If I had intervened that earlier on, then one side would not have been happy. As I've said over and over, these are two independent private entities. the government cannot get involved, the government can assist. And that's what we were doing every step of the way, assisting them to try to come to an agreement. I could not really intervene until really when it was right up to them when I said, you know, guys, sit around this table. We're going to work with an agreement one way or the other. And nobody's leaving until we work this agreement. Maybe that helped, that we took that attitude, and here we are, we have an agreement.
But for those concerned that the overextended negotiations will not bode well for the ruling party in the upcoming municipal elections, PM Bresenia says it is really quite the opposite.
I think that we have managed to get even more support because we intervened and we helped to avert a crisis that not only affects Orange Walk and Corozal, but can affect the entire country, I believe.
As for the Commission of Inquiry, which the government has to enact within a period of 30 days, PM says the process is moving forward with 2 confirmed members from Mauritius and 2 others being drafted from Brazil. There have been a lot of questions surrounding the decision by the Prime Minister to amalgamate 2 of the largest ministries, including the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology, which are both under the care of Minister Francis Fonseca. The move came following the resignation of former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Eamon Courtney, who, as we have reported, returned to private practice as an attorney at his law firm, Courtney Coye LLP. According to the Prime Minister, he looked at all angles before making the changes and maintains that it was the best choice taken for both ministries.
I give it a lot of thought, and I believe that there should be continuity in the Ministry of Education. Minister Fonseca has a very able Deputy Minister of Education and Minister Zabani. Minister Zabani is very capable, very talented. But I do believe that Minister Fonseca has this passion for education, and he is the one that implemented the vision that he put in education, and I just felt it was important for him to see it through. I am grateful. You have no idea how grateful I am to Minister Fonseca, who, despite the fact that he has a heavy workload, decided to take on the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade.
Prime Minister Bresenia today also clarified the position of Senator Eamon Courtney, who, despite not being a minister anymore, maintains cabinet privileges.
Also, we must make this very clear that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade also have competent people. So I'm very confident that we'll be able to continue that work, that amazing work, that historic work that Minister Courtney did when he was the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. I think that he so far has gone down in history as being the best Foreign Minister and Foreign Trade, and we did not want to lose him, but I understand that he also has other commitments, and it was a commitment that he made to me 3 years ago. And as much as I would have wanted for him to stay, he felt it was time to move on, but also I'm very grateful that he decided to stay on as as the leader of government business in the Senate, and to also to have cabinet privileges. By that, I simply mean we want to follow, this is not the first time that this happened. Remember the late Fred Martinez, the UDP government, also when he was the leader of government business, had him attend cabinet meetings. For us, it's important to continue to have ministers, we have former Minister Courtney, now as the leader of government business, to be able to also participate in cabinet meetings whenever he can, because also he has a very busy agenda.
Coming up next, we take you to the Corozal commercial-free zone, where dignitaries met for the groundbreaking of the access road. Stay tuned.
El estancamiento de la industria azucarera ha llegado a su fin y se ha firmado un acuerdo entre los productores de caña y los molineros BSI e ISAR. Han sido tiempos difíciles para todos los implicados, con repercusiones para todos nosotros y para la nación. Pero como gobierno responsable, hemos afrontado este reto como todos los demás, con respeto, serenidad y determinación. Siempre hemos confiado en nuestro pueblo, entendiendo que todo lo que queremos, cualquiera de nosotros, es simplemente una vida mejor para nuestras familias y el desarrollo de nuestro querido Belice. Se trata de un acuerdo forjado a través de un diálogo pacífico y constructivo, y nuestro primer ministro y su equipo están agradecidos a todos los implicados, a nuestros agricultores de caña que lucharon por sus derechos, a BSI-ASR que comprendieron que todos estamos juntos en esto, y a todos los que participaron para llegar a este punto. Una victoria para Belice. Esto es gobernanza real. Esto es progreso real. Cumplamos el plan. Seguimos avanzando.
Shop smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize, knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
I'm connected. Yo.
I'm connected.
We're connected.
Create the perfect broadband bundle that fits your style with Smart Connect. With the Junior Bundle, get 50% off your national calls and up to 6 gigabytes of data at no extra cost. Get postpaid added for an additional cost of only $25 with the Prime Bundle. Stay connected with unlimited smart-to-smart calls plus 6,300 megabytes of data and free international minutes. For the family, pay $28.13 more and get the Binge Watchers Bundle with Netflix. This bundle gives you 4 profiles with unlimited streaming on multiple devices. Visit a showroom near you to sign up and personalize your own bundle combination with Smart Connect. Smart, bringing people together.
Through a non-reimbursable grant of $1,948,074.04 provided by the Central American Bank for Economic Integration, CAIBE, with counterpart contribution of $1,036,457.27 from the government of Belize. Today, the administration of the Corozal Commercial Free Zone witnessed the groundbreaking for the rehabilitation of approximately 1.6 kilometers of the Corozal Free Zone Access Road. The Corozal Free Zone Access Road project is a critical initiative aimed at enhancing connectivity and facilitating economic growth. The rehabilitation road will play a pivotal role in improving transportation networks and fostering increased trade and investment opportunities. With such a milestone, today's groundbreaking was carried out with its deserved pomp and circumstance, which saw the presence of Prime Minister John Briceño, Jose Abelardo May, Minister of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise, and the Corozal Free Zone, other government ministers, and Ana Gusela Sanchez Marota, President of Jaibé. For Prime Minister John Briceño, Jaibé's commitment to supporting infrastructure development and economic integration in the region is illustrated through their financial backing of the project.
In an era where globalization and interconnectedness are the norm, economic free zones have emerged as engines of prosperity, fostering development, and driving socio-economic transformation. Acting as a magnet for domestic and foreign investments, the free zone serves as a laboratory for experimentation, innovation hubs, and drivers of job creation in diverse businesses and industries. The Corozal Free Zone, like any other free zone, provides a favorable environment for business opportunities. It enables businesses to flourish. It drives economic growth, and it contributes significantly. It is my hope that the zone will continue to welcome new businesses because we want this place to become more robust and resilient as part of the Belizean economy. I am sure that we can enhance the growth and development of the Corozal Free Zone with the help of our partners like Jaibé, which has been a key partner. And while we recognize the increase in economic activity here in this free zone, that it will come from this singular project, we were ever mindful of our commitment to growth that will bring about sustainable development and environmental conservation.
And while Jaibé's investment reflects confidence in the potential of the Corozal Free Zone, the rehabilitation of the road will also serve as an attraction to potential Mexican visitors.
This access road improvement is key to the success of the free zone and the image we transmit as a country to visitors.
The support that Jaibé is providing today to the government of the Republic of Belize through the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing reaffirms Jaibé's commitment to improving key aspects of the country's sustainable competitiveness. And if I can add, sustainable development. I really admire the way you are leading this country in terms of developing in a very sustainable way.
Since its reopening 2 years ago, the Corozal Commercial Free Zone has flourished by leap and bounds, receiving approximately 1.1 million visitors in 2022. Additionally, the free zone saw an increase in the number of vehicles from 242,481 in 2021 to 296,635 in 2022, which represents a 22% increase and contributed to the growth of the zone. With an improved road, it is anticipated that the number of visitors and vehicles trafficking the free zone will increase by at least double the amount, says CEO Neri Ramirez.
Today, I can proudly report that the Corozal Free Zone welcomes over 1.1 million visitors, an increase of 22% since the past years. It also generates $540 million Belize dollars in sales annually, an increase of 34%. Since we assumed office, it also contributes 24 million Belize dollars in social fees annually that it is being used for education and health and foster 3,000 jobs for Belize.
The success of the free zone is attributed to the increase in investor confidence and a hike in promotional activities. Since the implementation of e-passports back in 2023, the Ministry of Immigration has been facing backlogs in processing the document due to the sheer number of demands for e-passports over the last several months. With residents still raising concerns over the length of time needed to process a passport, today the Prime Minister, when speaking on this matter, commended the department for working through the highest demand of the document the country has seen.
I expect to be able to meet with them to have a full briefing and to see what are the challenges and what we can do to address them. We just need to take into consideration that when it comes to the issue of passports, that we have been issuing passports far more than has ever been done in the history of Belize. So it's far into we are issuing a lot more than what we had back then, and so but we were dealing with it, and I want to commend former Minister Courtney and also the team at the Ministry of Immigration.
The Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology has been transforming the education system since the Briseno administration took office in November 2023. Last year, Belize saw the visit of the President of China, Taiwan, where she vowed to assist the Ministry of Education by providing 5,000 Chromebooks for children attending from the Standard 4 level through Fort Farm. Last October, the ministry did its first distribution to students. Yesterday, the North saw the delivery of Chromebooks to schools in the Orange Walk and Corozal districts. Today, Ctv3 News was at the Corozal Community College, where 123 students received a device that is meant to transform the way they engage in the development of their education. Present were members of the Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology, the Mayor of Corozal, Rigo Vellos, Parliamentarian Honorable Elvi Vega, students and teachers.
We are extremely grateful, obviously, to the Ministry of Education and the government of Belize, and in extension the government and people of Taiwan. We have always worked arduously in providing our students with quality education, and I believe that it's an acknowledgement from the ministry for us to be able to continue working and in providing quality education to our students. So I know we are blessed to be one of the chosen schools, and so for that we are very grateful. And so I'm certain that we will continue to work hard with our students and of course their parents in trying to allow them to get a quality education as we move on.
Now, I'm very sure that you can identify the students that are needy in your school system. Are we seeing then that with these new devices, we will see an increase in grades for the students and at large a report card that will say excellent for CCC in the near future?
Well, that's what we're looking forward to. We're hopeful that the parents and students can appreciate this token, because it is a token for those students who are in need. And obviously, like I had shared in my remarks, that it will allow us to be able to bridge that huge gap that exists in students that don't have access to these devices. And some of them are limited in relation to some online work that they have to do. So I'm certain that having access to a device, those 123 students, it will be a great plus for them. And I'm certain that it should also be reflected in the academic performance, in their academic performance. I'm certain that with their tasks that are given by teachers that students need to do online and they need to do it from home. And so I'm certain that this will be a great plus to their education. And so we want to be able to work closely with those parents so that they know how important it is to make the proper use of these devices.
Matias Casanova, principal of CCC, will ensure that all devices are equipped with the necessary applications and programming.
Our school is equipped to provide that kind of support, those technical support to the students. So whatever application that is needed, we will be able to facilitate them with it. But of course, we got them today, and so we have to we'll ask our technicians to do their due diligence to check what are the applications that are in there, which are those applications that we believe will be beneficial to our students, and those applications that are needed for them to have access to Teams, which is the platform that we use, Microsoft Office Teams and then Google Suite. And so we want to be able to ensure that when the students get it from the school, that it is equipped so that they can then venture into their education.
LV Vega, area representative for Corozal Bay, and Mayor Rigo Velez also joined in the momentous occasion. They both agreed that the government of Belize is serious about transforming the lives of students.
We don't have a Chromebook for everyone, but as Mr. Quiroz from the Ministry of Education mentioned, there was a ratio that was used, and we'll try to see that the students that are most in need be the ones that get the device. I must give recognition to our Honorable John Briceño, because this is in line with Plan Belize. You know, education is very important for the government of Belize, and we believe that we must empower our youth, and they are the future, so we must make sure that we give them the tools so that they can get a sound education. And as you know, Elmer, an education, that's the greatest equalizer. Nobody can take that away from you.
And as a former teacher, educator, how significant is today, now that you're in government, you sit at the parliament, and you know the struggles that students go through. So would you mind tell us what goes through your mind now?
Thank you for that question, Elmer. Yes, I have been in the education sector for years, and actually my major is psychology, so it's important that our children have the right tools so that they can get that education, because you might have a student that does well but does not have the tools that are necessary. So the government of Belize and the people of Taiwan providing this to our students, you know, this goes a long way, Elmer. I am very, very happy. I can't stop saying it.
Important that we show appreciation to the government of Taiwan. Also, I want to thank the government of Belize. They're ensuring that they stick to one of the major ingredients within Plan Belize, which is education. You know, and we keep saying that we need to support our young people, our young students, and this is one way that the government is showing the full support to them. It's an initiative that we need to have more often. I know it's not cheap devices, but nevertheless, it's a needed one, right? And I am grateful, I am thankful to the donors that they had chosen Corozal as one of the municipalities to receive these devices. Yesterday we were at different schools. Right now we are at the Corozal Community College, and I am sure that the students do appreciate the gift, and I am sure that they will be responsible enough to take care of those devices and will ensure that they use it wisely.
Other schools that received Chromebooks are Mary Hill RC Primary School, Our Lady of Guadalupe RC School, and Shaibe RC Primary School. The ministry will also be making deliveries of Chromebooks to scheduled schools tomorrow in the Corozal district. Belize's tourism sector has been receiving a lot of international attention as it continues to experience significant rebound following the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. A release from the Belize Tourism Board underscored the country's substantial growth in 2023, showcasing a resilient recovery after facing unprecedented challenges. The recently released preliminary tourism arrival figures reveal a noteworthy surge in both overnight stays and cruise ship visits, underscoring the destination's appeal and the industry's safe, fast rebound. According to the latest statistics issued by the Belize Tourism Board, overnight stays in 2023 experienced a remarkable 25% increase compared to the previous year, totaling 464,717. While this achievement is commendable, there was a 7.6% gap compared to the pre-pandemic levels of 2019. A shining moment in Belize's tourism narrative is December 2023, when the country recorded the second highest overnight tourist arrival for any given month in its history, welcoming a remarkable 55,574 visitors. Meanwhile, cruise ship visits saw a remarkable 47% surge from 2022, totaling 904,189. This trails behind 2019 figures by 23%. Notably, today, January 10, 2024, represents the single busiest day Belize will experience this cruise ship season with 4 ships, namely Carnival Dream, Carnival Magic, Sky Princess, and Regal Princess, calling on Belize with approximately 16,000 passengers on board. This year, Belize is expected to welcome 950,000 plus cruise visitors. To recap the year's tourism outlook, the BDP adds, and we quote, "The positive momentum observed in 2023 serves as a testament to Belize's enduring appeal and its ability to adapt to evolving travel dynamics. As the nation looks ahead, the tourism sector remains poised for further growth, offering an optimistic outlook for the industry's continued recovery," end quote. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Friday, January 11th, here on Ctv3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at Ctv3 News BZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at Ctv3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.